Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the German Tier 7 tank destroyer, the Sturmpanzer. Now if you do like the video, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe down below as it really does help out the channel. And yes, the Sturmpanzer. This tank, I love it. Memes, absolute memes are had with this tank. It's not the best tank in the universe. The gun is horrific, but that adds to the meme of it. Because the tank can lead to some glorious games where when RNG smiles upon you, oh boy, it's a good time. But yeah, the Sturmpanzer it's blind, it's got 340 meters view range, it's got a 45 kilometer an hour top speed, which it does hit, which is pretty nice. You've got 203 penetration on the standard AP round, which is fine for tier 7, you'll go through a lot of tanks with that, and because it's also a 21 centimeter gun, there's quite a lot of plates you're going to overmatch with that too. You've got a 90 millimeters of penetration on the HE rounds, and on, well, you got 90 millimeters of penetration on both the standard and premium HE, for which I don't take any standard HE because the premium HE has 8.3 meters of blast radius, which is massive. You have massive splash in this tank with that, and it's always worth taking the full premium HE as opposed to the standard. Plus, it also makes it easier to use the ammo swapper when you're switching in between. You have a 23-second base reload, which is very, very long. You've got a 2.9-second aim time, which again is very long, and a 0.5 base accuracy, which is awful. Which is why I say that the gun on this tank is dreadful. But when you hit those shots, you hit those shots sometimes, you know, and it is delightful. You've got 6.5 degrees of gun depression though, which is pretty good for this type of tank destroyer, so we'll take that. You've got 530 meters of second shell velocity on the standard AP rounds, with 435 meters of shell velocity on the premium HE rounds as well, which means your gun has a very, very slow shell velocity too, which means you've really got to make sure you're leading your rounds correctly to be able to actually hit the targets at any distance. This gun is very, very derpy, but that's why it's called a derp gun. But again, it leads to really funny scenarios at times. Like I say, that's just why I love playing it. It is an absolute meme because it's not the best tank in the universe, but when you do have those games, oh boy, you can delete tanks. That poor SU-85, I don't even think I hit that SU-85. I think I actually splashed him by hitting the train car next to him. But yeah, it's a very, very derpy tank. I very much enjoy it for the memes, and it's one that I do take out when I just want to have a memey time. So what do I run in terms of a crew on the old Sturmpanzer? Well, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Steady Aim, Trap Mechanic, Clutch Braking, Off-Road Driving, and Camouflage Expertise. Camouflage Expertise to make sure that I've just got a little bit of camo for this tank, because you can get it down to about 330 meters of camo with that, so I can, I can play a little bit more Tank Destroyer every now and then. Off-Road Driving to be able to help the ground resistances, so I can hit that 45 kilometer an hour top speed. Clutch Braking to make the track traverse better, because I'm a turretless tank destroyer. I want to make sure that I can traverse to be able to see the tanks quicker. The Trap Mechanic, because naturally I'm a turretless tank destroyer again, I do not want my tracks to just get blown off and then be stuck. And Steady Aim to make the accuracy on this tank 10% better, as always. And all the other perks you can take in general on any tank in World War II. And in terms of equipment, I run the Advanced Loader, Optics, and the Advanced Reload, so I can switch to whichever round I really want to use, because both rounds are very, very useful in different situations. Optics to be able to spot for myself. I can get my view range up to 435 meters of view range with this setup, which is still pretty damn blind, but at least I can try and see stuff. And then the Advanced Reload, again, the Advanced Loader, sorry, to be able to get as good a reload as possible. So this first game is from a wee while ago, and it's one that I didn't realise was sitting in my folder, but it's still a pretty meme-malicious game, because basically most of the shots we're going to fire in this game is going to be a kill. We're on 6 kills so far with 1800 damage. We see the IS-2 on top of the hill. It's like, okay, Mr. IS-2, launch the AP round, shut down the IS-2, our 7th kill of the game, 2.1k damage. And I'm looking at this game going, there's a chance of a lot of kills going off here. Maybe we could get a kill on that Panther. No, we can't quite see the shot. But we can get shots into the side of the Tiger P. I was thinking, can I pen the Tiger P in the side with 90 penetration? It's yellow, so probably not. So we go for the AP round straight through his side. I was hoping maybe an ammo rack, possibly. And that's one thing you could do if you're not bothered about the camo on this tank, by the way, is you could get rid of the Camouflage Expertise, run Deadeye, and you would increase your chance of module damage by 6% quite often too. So that Tiger P gets tracked in a weird position. We can't quite find the shot into the Tiger P. I'm like, Radley Walters, I just want me Radleys. We couldn't quite get the shot into that guy, so we couldn't get it. We're going for the shot now into the Panther when we are reloaded. AP will be good enough to go through him. He's currently focusing at Turkey, And yes, we get the shot, shut down the Panther, and finished the game with 606 assistance, 2.9k damage, and a top 3 for the platoon there. 8 kills, 2.9k damage, 606 assistance, the crucial contribution as well. Devastator, the Radley Walters, the high caliber, the top gun, and yeah, we finished with 1600 base XP there for that first class on the Sturmpanzer. Pretty damn nice game there for the platoon. Getting a crucial contribution is always great, and realistically that game was literally one of those games where every single shot we were firing was going, oh, we've killed it, oh, we've killed it, oh, we killed it again, oh, it's dead again. It really can be like that in the Sturmpanzer sometimes when you get those really nice matchups. But now we're on to the second replay, and the second replay we are here on this map, which is El Haloof. And on El Haloof, what we're going to do is we're going to go for the position at B23, because with 6.5 degrees gun depression on the Sturmpanzer, which is something you start to lose, by the way, when you get up this tech tree. Once you get up to, like, the Sturm Tiger P and the Bayer and the Sturm Tiger, you do lose the gun depression, especially with the Bayer. You lose all gun depression completely. You get 4 degrees on the Sturm Tiger, which is... it's good enough to use on the Sturm Tiger, but it makes it awkward in a lot of situations. And then you get this, I think, 3 degrees on the Sturm Tiger P as well, which again is exceptionally awkward. 6.5 degrees of gun depression on the Sturmpanzer makes it very, very usable in fair few locations, because you are basically a Jagdpanther 2, but with a humongous gun. And this position at B23 is, again, very, very usable for something like the Sturmpanzer with that gun depression. So what we can do is we're going to get on top of the ridge line. We're going to load AP, so we're ready to pen whatever crosses it in front of us. Again, because both rounds on this tank are very, very usable. 90 penetration is enough to go through quite a few sides if you get the right spot. But AP is a very beautiful shell. And we managed to get the shot straight through the side of the 105-1000. And we set him on fire. Oh, that looked painful, sir. 1022. That's painful. Now we've got the Caernarvon Action 10 moving into a position that maybe we can get a shot into him. So we're going to pop up on top of the ridgeline. We're going to go for the snap into the side of his turret. And in fact, it hit his turret roof and goes straight through. Oh, RNG smiled on us. I didn't think that shell would go through, but it did. And we take that. And that's probably because that bit of the roof deck that we hit on the Caernarvon Action 10 is actually 30.2 millimeters thick, which means we can overmatch that with 210 millimeter gun very, very easily, and that's exactly what we did. That's why we went through at that weird angle, because we actually overmatched the turret roof, which that poor guy. Thankfully, I was looking at that Caernarvon Action 10 because he was not very happy that we penned him there. That Caernarvon Action 10 was coming after us, and thankfully, our friend in the MX-65T came and saved the day and shut him down, because I felt like he was just going to YOLO me and kill me because he was very unhappy that I penned him with a big gun. But now the enemy team is in a crossfire because we can get up behind the Type 59-2, put a HE round towards him and just splash him to death, because that way we obviously don't have to pen him. We were just double checking to make sure that he wasn't looking our way, which he's not. We go for the RBRT splash, and sadly, the RBRT splash doesn't work, and we only tracked it. But he does get shut down by the 65T. Now we are waiting for the reload so we can go after the Calliope and the light tank. You know, even if we don't see the Calliope's hull, we could actually probably hit the rockets on top of the Calliope and splash it for quite a lot with the HE and just break everything in the tank, because the splash radius is so big on the Sturmpanzer. But instead of driving around that corner, I decided, okay, you know what, I'm going to flank round. We've got HE loaded, coming after the Calliope, and it's like, oh, hello, Mr. MT25. Oh, no. Goodbye, Mr. MT25. Hello, Mr. Calliope. I see you've got rockets. Well, I raise you a big 210mm howitzer, my friend. Good night, sweet prince. That poor MT25, he was like, I'm getting out of here. Oh, no. Death. Sturmpanzer never change. We're up to 3.2k damage with 2 kills. We drive around the corner. It's like, oh, goodness gracious me, that's a stir a mill. I didn't expect that, and before we even managed to get the shot aimed in to kill him, he just evaporates because the No-Ho and the other heavy tank behind us get us. We get very lucky that the SU-130 PM didn't kill us with the shot. He missed, but we're seeing the shell traces. Do you see the shell traces there of the artillery? So I'm thinking, can I get a blind fire here towards the artillery? I think it was somewhere over here. We did see the shell tracer of him, and I'm thinking, let's just take a blind fire, see if we can get it. It's like, yeah, there'll do. Good night, Mr. Lorraine. Let's go. What a blind fire. We take those every day. We saw where the shell tracers came from. And the moment he fired, we knew that that shell was going to kill it. And it flew straight in and shut down the artillery blind. That guy's going, hacks, hacker, hacks. No, my son, we saw your shell tracer and Sturmpanzer knows where you are. And we got rid of the piggy. So now I'm thinking, right, I don't want to drive around that corner because the Su-130PM will just end up killing us, and I don't want that. We don't want to die at this point. We're having a very, very nice game. So we're going to change up the angle and attack it from a different side. There's the two medium tanks currently spotted at J4. I'm thinking maybe I could get shots at them from over here, as long as I find this Su-130PM and shut him down. He was a one-shot, so you know what? I'll load AP to get after him. We find the Su-130PM, because we do have, with this tank, a good, massive slab of damage. So we're going to side-scrape this Su-130PM and see if we can get the shot in. We get lucky, because he actually did get the shot at us. But he fired HE. So he only splashed us for 200. And we did manage to shut him down. So we get very, very lucky there that he didn't kill us. Because he could have done. Because he actually hot shot us there. But thankfully, because he wasn't firing AP and he was firing HE, he managed to only splash us and not kill us there. Which, yeah, again, we're pretty damn lucky that that didn't end our day. But yeah, with this tank, we got 740 damage on the standard AP round. So we always knew he was a one-shot at 600. And obviously, if you load the HE round, you got 950 damage. Which is really dirty. So I've got to be careful now, because I'm a one-shot. We knew there was something up there on that ridge, which was shooting our friends. So I don't want to get done at this point. I'm thinking, do I go for another blind fire? Another meme? Do we do it? No, we see the TDs progressing. Maybe it will find whatever it is. There's a medium tank that's currently driving around the corner. I'm thinking maybe he'll drive around and give me a free shot. But he doesn't actually give us the shot because he just gets unspotted. And again, I know there's something up there. It's just waiting for it to get spotted or waiting for the shell tracers. And there we go. It's a T-44. Oh, the shell goes straight over. Come on, game. You could have given me that, but sadly we missed the shot. The T-25AT is sat in the open. Will he just sit there for me to derp him? I can actually fire HE and probably kill him, but I know the AP round will pen that guy, and we shut down the T-25AT for our 5th kill of this game. We're up to 5,079 damage. We get detected and thinking, oh, goodness gracious me, don't kill me. But thankfully, whatever it was that was looking at us shot someone else and pulled back. We know where the last 3 tanks left on the enemy team are. It's the Canadian Jagdpanzer 105, the T-44, and the artillery. They're all behind that ridgeline, and it's now a race against time to try and see if we can get our Top Gun. Getting a Top Gun would be delightful. I would like to get a Top Gun and finish this game in style, but we've just got to hope that with our 45 kilometer an hour top speed, we are quick enough. And the M44 says, hey, have your Top Gun, sir. Thank you, M44. And we managed to get the shot straight into that guy. And he just went, just kill me. Just end my day. And thankfully, he didn't do the typical artillery thing of drowning himself when he wanted to end his day. And he came and just fed us a kill. And we get our 6th kill of this game. And the likelihood now of getting near this T-44 is very, very unlikely. Because he's around the corner behind the ridge where the Type 59-2 is. And the Jagdpanther 2 ends up shutting down the T-44. And finished the game with a really nice total for the Sturmpanzer. We finished with the victory, 6 kills, 5.7k damage, 1,028 assistance, with the ace tanker, the Pascucci's, the Top Gun, the high caliber, 2.7 thousand base XP. That's a big base XP game. What a game for the Sturmpanzer. Always absolute memes when you play it. I just really enjoy this tank because it's one of those tanks that either decides, nope, you're not going to have a good game, or yes, you're going to have a great time. And it's just a really fun time to play. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Derp is love, derp is life. I'll see you next time.
Great success!